Here, I'll show you real quick how to use the budget template. So if you notice, there is a column for every single month. That way you can customize the budget as it changes month to month, depending on any changes in your income or whatever. So basically, there's a first section called the summary. Basically, all these are just pulling numbers from the other areas, so you don't have to touch the summary section. So what you do is just start from income, just throw in maybe $1,000 a month. You'll notice that it automatically populates in other areas. And you'll notice this is a useful row called the monthly remainder. Well, this number basically tells you how much money you have left to allocate into other areas. So right now we don't have any expenses yet, so you still have $1,000 left. So let's save. You have $400 for rent. These are in this fixed expenses section. These are all the expenses which are the same for every month. That way you can just set it and forget it, and it'll automatically deduct from your monthly remainder. And so what you really want to spend time doing each month, the beginning of each month, is to set your tracked expenses. These are the budget goals which you want to hit. So if you notice, if you put in $100 for groceries and fill in all the rest, it also starts to deduct from the remainder as well. And then some of these categories are highlighted blue, such as car maintenance and unexpected costs. So these are categories which I would recommend you to set up sub-savings accounts for in the ING account, because these are things which you need to save up for, but you don't necessarily spend every month. But these are also things you want to track too, so you can kind of look back and see how often you and how much you spend in these categories. And so these are all customizable, so you can just change whatever categories you want, and it'll update later in the monthly sheets, which I'll show you in a second. And then here are your savings categories, such as a big purchase or vacation. These are also highlighted blue because these are things you want to put in your savings accounts to withdraw automatically every month. And also this giving section, which you should also fill in. You'll notice the missions savings, that's highlighted blue as well, because you want to also save up for that every month, but it's only around that certain time of the year where you're actually giving it out. And you'll notice at the bottom of every section there is a subtotal for that section, and then it calculates the percentage of your total income. This is pretty useful for your givings. If you notice the total giving, this formula up here, I went ahead and I summed up your givings in this column as well. In this section, in your giving section, as well as I added in the spontaneous giving from your tracked expenses, as well as your gifts and parties and birthdays. This way you can just kind of get an idea how much money and how much of your percentage of your income each month you're actually using on other people and not on yourself. So that's pretty much it for the overall budget sheet. These are where you set your goals every month. And then your actuals page, this is just a overall view to actually see how much you actually spend. That way you can kind of look back and actually see a trend in your spending habits to see if you need to adjust accordingly. And then here you'll notice these are the same for every single month. So this is basically what you will be spending your time doing. Just a few seconds, maybe every day, every few days, where you, let's say you spend on the January 3rd, you spent personal care. You want to Target, you bought shampoo, $5. Throw in 5, Target, and these are just for the sake of keeping track of where you actually shop. If you forget an expense and you want to go back and look or something, and you buy shampoo. So you notice how personal care, it automatically updated here. So you actually spent $5. You budgeted 0 because we didn't update it in the overall sheet yet. And here under personal care, and then you have negative $5 remaining because it's in red. So this is pretty much it. You just have to spend a few minutes actually setting your categories here in the track expenses, making them personal, making it work. And overall, this is not to become super anal about every cent you spend, but this is really to just free yourself up so you become in charge of your money. So money never becomes your god.